Hello everyone, my name is Blue Raven 666 and I'm currently trying to write a fan fiction and it's not going so well, okay? So I figured I'm going to take a break because I don't know how to start this thing and I'm going to talk about something that is kind of irritating the crap out of me because that's probably the reason why I can't write. So anyway, for those of you who don't know, I'm a part of various reptile enthusiast groups on Facebook. And I love these groups because you get to see a wide variety of different reptiles that people own, and you kind of get some backstories behind them on, how they found their owners and everything else. And it's great for the most part, but on the occasion you're gonna come across that post that just makes you go, what the fuck were you thinking? And this happens to be one of those times. Okay, I saw this post in one of the reptile groups I'm a part of, and it just made me go, "You should not be here. You need to leave." So, for those of you who are curious as to what this post was about, it was about, why you feed your snakes mice. Why do people who own snakes feed their snakes mice? And basically arguing that mice make wonderful pets and, you shouldn't be feeding mice to your snakes because they're not labeled snake food, or else if they were meant to be snake food, they would be labeled as that. I'm not joking. That's what this post frickin' said, okay? I'll type it all out in the comments if you want to read what this person had to say. But, anyways, I wrote a fairly long post comparing this person's viewpoint with the way we humans live with the animals that surround us. I mean, for example, cows, pigs, chickens, fish, etc., all of which make wonderful pets, yet we eat. Unless you're vegan, then obviously there's no point. You live on salad and tofu. I understand, but um, anywho, really, all of us were just thinking, unless this person was a vegan, they shouldn't be talking about this because then that would just make them a hypocrite. Because as I said, we share this earth with a bounty of animals that we also kill and consume. Me, for example, I'm a big fan of beef. You take away my beef, I'm gonna eat your face, okay? Just putting that out there, okay? No one messes with my beef or any other meat. Just don't mess with that. So, don't mess with a snake's mouse. Okay, snakes are meant to eat mice. There are very few things I've seen a snake eat aside from mice. Okay, I've seen snakes eat mice, rats, rabbits, birds. I even saw a water snake drag a fish out of a lake and consume it on the shoreline. Okay, point being, these animals are very active carnivores, and their only purpose is to eat other animals. Some snakes will even eat other snakes, which a lot of people see as cruel, but hey, it's the circle of life. It happens. That's the way it is. Mother Nature is a bitch, right? So, don't be telling reptile owners not to feed their snakes mice, because that's really the only thing reptile owners will feed their snakes. I mean, unless you have a big whopping red-tailed boa, then they'll go the extra mile to grab a rabbit and feed their red tail a rabbit. But point being, that's also something cute and furry that a lot of people see as pets. But if you have a snake, especially a large one, it's nothing but snake food, okay? And it's important to keep your reptiles fed. So, along with that, there's also quite a difference between mice that are meant to be kept as pets and mice that are meant to be food for reptiles. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, typically mice that are kept as pets have a wide variety of different colors and patterns to them. They could be brown, white, black, patched, striped, polka dotted, whatever. And, they have quite unique characteristics about them that just make them awesome pets. That's one thing. But feeder mice are specifically labeled feeder mice because there's nothing extraordinary about them. They're usually all white or one solid plain color, and their only purpose in life is to breed and to become food for a snake or some other reptile. Okay? So honestly, there's no point in arguing that snakes can't eat mice, because that's really the only thing a captive bred snake is going to be able to eat, unless you're going to go the extra mile to find a feeder chick to feed these animals. But really, all you're doing is replacing one cute and innocent animal with another. You can't win in this game, okay? It's not like you can do with an omnivorous animal and just open a can of cat food and set it down in front of them and things will be okay. That's not how it's going to work with a snake. They're going to find some kind of furry, cute thing with a face, coil around it, squeeze the life out of it, and eat it. That's just how it is. It's how it's always going to be, especially with ball pythons and my red tail boa that I own, which I'll make in a separate video. Yeah. I mean, if you want to keep a feeder mouse as a pet, that's fine. I'm pretty sure they live just about as long as a regular mouse that isn't about to be fed to a snake. So, I mean, be my guest. Go ahead. Kudos to you. But just so you know, if you're in the presence of a reptile owner and they see that mouse, they don't see a pet. What they're thinking is snake food. Because that's all I think about when I see a mouse or a rat, of course. I don't care if it's someone's pet. When I look at it, I'm like, that's snake food. Give that to Aries. He'll eat that. Okay? So, just leave reptile owners alone about the mouse issue, okay? If it weren't for snakes and other creatures that consume mice, we'd be overrun with rodents and totally infested all over the place. So, be grateful to the snakes for eating the mice, okay? That's what they do, okay? You don't want your mouse to be eaten by a snake. Don't put it anywhere near a snake, otherwise it's just an inevitability that's going to happen. So anyways, I am done ranting. I'm done. Hopefully this has gotten enough off of my chest that I'll be able to write. Anyways, that'll be all for this video, you guys. Bye-bye.